You are now tuned into On the Pitch with the GOAT, TJ Raff.
Welcome, guys. Another episode, another money-making night. Hope you have your notepad, pen, and pencil because it's time to get right down to business. We got a great weekend coming up. Our top league returns. Bundesliga, guys, is back. We're on a heater since December into January, guys. The VIP is lit. We just hit on the Notre Dame game, Notre Dame versus Penn State. It was a nail biter. We did do a teaser. It did hit. We're a little bit nervous, but this game should have been way under, guys, way under. Lots of points at the end. 13 points in the first half, guys. Welcome, guys, to the folks that are always here. If you're new, welcome. Live episode every Thursday, sometimes Friday night. So, like I said, grab your notepad, grab your pen and pencils, take down notes because the plays that I give here are pretty much what I like in every game. And most of the time, these picks are hitting at a high rate. The leans that I give are usually right on the dot. And I give away a lot of information. And these are plays that eventually turn into my VIP picks. So you never know which one of these plays that I'm giving is a VIP play unless you're in my VIP. So back to the Notre Dame game. We hit another teaser. We had the +7 Notre Dame, under 52.5. Like I said, guys, this game was an under until the very end, but we still hit the teaser. It was a winner. And I actually did like Notre Dame money line before the game even started. So we were discussing that in the VIP chat, guys. So a lot of guys took Notre Dame money line. They cashed as well. I'm still sending out free picks every day, multiple free pick winners day after day. Nobody in the business is sending as many free play winners as I do, guys. I will continue to reward the competition. I will continue to reward the people who support me in the free Telegram. So keep that in mind. Yes, really reading the comment there from the moderator. Last week we cashed in Australian soccer right after the podcast, and I gave a parlay to everybody that was watching the show. I said parlay both to score in both games that were going on that night. And they both did hit, guys, both to score on both of them. So congratulations to everybody who tailed that one. We're having a good week this week. We had one bad day so far this week. We took Tuesday off, but we're in the green, especially after that teaser. NFL coming up this weekend, guys. I'm excited. We will have some teasers. Last year in the NFL playoffs, I went 10-1 on NFL teasers going into the Super Bowl, and I ended up with a cherry on top, hitting the NFL Super Bowl game teaser, and that's how we do it, fellas. So thanks again for all your support. Welcome to the show, and let's get right into it. Get your pens, pencils, notepad ready for the chicken scratch, which is what I like to call it. Today is Thursday night. Let's look at Friday soccer action, guys. Friday soccer action. We're going to start with Australia Soccer League. Tonight at 12:35, there's a game between Melbourne Victory and Western United. That's going to kick off the weekend for the soccer action. I don't know if I'm going to have a VIP play for this one, but you guys are joining me as I analyze the game, see what's going on, see how the weather is, see who's playing. Melbourne Victory is at home, 4th place team. They have a 19 points, 4th place. After 11 games, they've scored 15, only allowed 10 goals, so they have a pretty good defense. Western United, 6th place. The top 6 teams move on in the playoffs. But, these guys just started. We're in game 11, actually game 12 this week. So we're just getting started with the Australian A-League, one of my favorite leagues for goals and corner kicks. Western United, 6th place, 19 goals scored, 16 conceded, 18 points. Previous game for Melbourne Victory was a 2-2 draw versus the Wanderers. Prior to that, they had a 0-0 draw versus Auckland, the new team. 0-0 there. Western United did lose their last game 2-0 versus Melbourne City. And prior to that, they beat Perth Glory 3-2. And prior to that, they had a 1-0 win. So only 2 of their last 3 games have gone over 2.5. Meanwhile, Melbourne Victory has had 2 out of the last 4, actually 2 out of the last 5 have gone over 2.5. One went to exactly 3 goals. Only one has gone over 3.5. And a lot of times in the Australian Soccer League, you'll get a lot of high over-unders. You'll get a 3, 3.5. Most of the games are set at 3, 3.5. So you got to be cautious there when betting those games. But don't be scared if I send an over 3.5 in the Australian soccer. That means I like it. In this game, though, we're going to go with the lean. And we're going to go with the simple money line play here. Money line play because they're at home. They're doing better right now. They need a big win. Melbourne Victory money line. Melbourne Victory money line minus 139 in the game for Australia tonight. Australian Soccer League. I will look at this game later a little bit more for my VIP guys. So I will have a play there, possibly. Maybe a prop play. Maybe the corner kicks might be good. So don't miss out, guys, on that action. Let's see here. That's going to do it for A-League because the following games, actually, I'll go into the following games because they are on Saturday. Actually, no, they're Friday night. This one's early Friday morning, which is tonight at 12:35 a.m. Early morning, 12:35 Tijuana time. The next game is Wellington Phoenix. Going to be on Friday, 8 p.m. Tijuana time. Wellington Phoenix plus 228 versus Adelaide United. Current standings here, Adelaide United is in 3rd place, 24 goals, 16 conceded. Wellington Phoenix, a better defensive team, all the way down to 10th place. They're not known to be down here in the bottom. Most of the time, they're up top in the top 6. So Wellington Phoenix not doing that great this year. After 10 games, 12 goals scored, 14 conceded. Prior game, Wellington Phoenix lost 2-0 to Melbourne City. Adelaide United won 2-1 versus MacArthur. You know what? This one right here is going to be a boat to score. Might be a little bit juicy, but that's going to be my play for that one. Wellington Phoenix, Adelaide United at Wellington Phoenix, boat to score. The next game is Melbourne City and Brisbane Roar. Melbourne City, Brisbane Roar is the 3rd game for Friday. Melbourne City is in 2nd place, 20 goals scored, 10 conceded. Brisbane Roar, very last place, 12 goals scored, 26 conceded. Previous matchups, Melbourne City beat Western United 2-0. Brisbane Roar lost 1-0 to Newcastle Jets. Low scoring game there. They couldn't even get a goal at home versus the Newcastle Jets. Melbourne City off a 2-0 win over Western United. This one, might be a good parlay piece, guys, but we're going to have to go with Melbourne City money line. Melbourne City money line minus 200 there for that one. Then we may come back to that one as a parlay piece. That'll do it for Australian Soccer League for Friday. That takes us to some more Friday action, and it takes us to England, not the Premier League, but the FA Cup. FA Cup. We had some FA Cup games today. We actually took some action in them. We took the over in Fulham Watford, over 2.5, 3. Some people had the over 3. We got a 4-1 score, VIP winner there. We also took the over 0.5 goals parlay in my free Telegram. in the Everton game and the Fulham game. That cashed as well. So we did hit the FA Cup today, and we did very well with it. Tomorrow, there is a game between the Wycombe Wanderers and Portsmouth. I don't know these teams too well. They are in the FA Cup. Wycombe coming off a 0-1 loss to Huddersfield. Portsmouth coming off a 1-0 loss to Sunderland. So not really going to go into this game that much. I'm not going to play it. I'm going to skip that. But there is a game with two England Premier League Division 1 teams going on tomorrow at noon. That's going to be Aston Villa and West Ham. The thing that we don't know about when these two teams face off, because it is the FA Cup, it's who's going to play. Are they going to play with their top players? Are they going to rest players because they have a more important game in the England Premier League just a few days down the road? That's something that you have to consider when you look at games like this. These are cup games. These are cup games, and you never know what's going to happen, who they're going to play. Are they going to try? So keep that in mind when looking at FA Cup, Super Cup, depending on the league. If it's a cup game, you might find something that you're not normally used to. Certain players might be sitting. Aston Villa coming off a 2-1 win over Leicester. Prior to that, they had a 2-2 draw versus Brighton. West Ham did get a goal against Man City, and West Ham has scored in, let me tell you here. West Ham has scored in, here we go. We could go far back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They've scored in at least 8 out of the last 9 games, at least 1 goal. West Ham is a lower level team. Just to give you an idea, West Ham is in the 14th place, and Aston Villa is in 8th place. So if you look at their stats in the regular England Premier League, they're both conceding goals. You know what? For this FA Cup game, the edge does go to the better team. The edge is going. Sorry, I'm pulling something up here. The edge is going to go to Aston Villa money line, but there's going to be a possible both to score here. Both to score, but the other big lean, better lean might be the Aston Villa money line. So we're going to go with Aston Villa money line in the FA Cup for England Friday, January 10th. Write that down, guys. Take some notes. Moving on to Friday soccer in the French League, France Division 1 League, also known as the Farmers League by some people, just because of the fact that PSG always dominates the league. Usually there's nobody that competes with them. We're starting off with the first game, Nantes at home taking on Monaco. Monaco is in 3rd place after 16 games, 26 goals scored, 16 conceded. Nantes in the relegation zone, 16th place, 16 games, 18 goals scored, 25 conceded. They desperately need some points here. They're playing at home. Can they do it? Nantes coming off a 1-1 draw versus Lille, who was a -200 favorite versus them. Prior to that, they did get defeated 4-1 by Brest, and that was in the prior League One competition. Monaco did play in the Super Cup. They lost 1-0. Monaco prior to that in the Coupe de France beat a low-level team 4-1. Monaco did lose to PSG 2-4. Last time these two teams faced off, Monaco won 4-0. Nantes is at home. Monaco should win this game. The line's a little off. Monaco's a -133, playing a team that's at the bottom of the barrel, guys. Are they going to give us an easy money line win as low as -133? Or are we going to get some goals, guys? I say we get goals. I think Nantes could score 1. Monaco might score 2 or 3. Give me the over 2.5. Nantes, Monaco. That takes us to the second game in the French League for Friday. Auxerre versus Lille. Buenas noches, Gordo 973. How you doing, guys? I've seen you in a lot of my live podcasts. So thanks again for your support, guys. I appreciate you guys watching these shows live, taking down notes. And I know you're doing it for a reason, because we got winners after winners. Aaron Hernandez, thank you very much for supporting us. He said Sheffield couldn't get a goal today for the both to score. You know what, Sheffield, since they've gone down, been in the relegation, gone down to lower divisions, they just haven't been doing anything well. They lost some key players. I usually tend to stay away from Sheffield. So sorry about that, not getting that boat to score. It was probably close to, I didn't watch the game. All right, League One, France. Anthony Russell, what's up, my friend? How you doing? League One, France, Auxerre versus Lille. Auxerre is currently in the 9th position, 24 goals, 26 conceded. Lille is in 4th place, usually in the top 6 year after year. 26 goals, 16 conceded. Auxerre coming off a 3-1 loss to Strasbourg. Prior to that, 2-2 draw versus Lens. Lille 1-1 draw versus a terrible Nantes team. Prior to that, another 1-1 draw. Lille 3-1 Brest. Guys, Lille is scoring and conceding goals. Give me both to score in Auxerre and Lille for the French league. Both to score. And that takes us to Bundesliga for Friday. We have Dortmund at home taking on Bayer Leverkusen. The only thing about Fridays, though, you have to worry about is it's a day of the dogs. Sometimes there's some things happening on Fridays that we like to call Freaky Fridays, because dogs win. Weird stuff happens, sometimes not in a good way, though. We have a team that we know should score a lot of goals, and we take the over. We get 1-0 goals. There's like 5 different goals taken away, VAR after VAR, guys. That happens on Fridays, but we tend to do our best to get around those Freaky Fridays. Dortmund at home versus Bayer Leverkusen. Guys, these guys haven't played for a while. Dortmund is in 6th place. 28 goals scored, 22 conceded. Bayer Leverkusen, the champions from last year, 2nd place, 32 points, 37 goals, 21 conceded. Previous games in the Bundesliga, guys, last time these guys played was in December 22nd. Dortmund took down Wolfsburg 3-1. Leverkusen dominated Freiburg 5-1 in their last game in the Bundesliga. The last time these two teams faced off versus each other, most of the time when you see these two teams, you think goals. It's going to be a ton of goals. But let me just give you a rundown of their head-to-head competition the last time they faced off. Guess what the score was? 1-1. The over-under was probably 3.5. It was 1-1. Prior to that was another 1-1 draw. Leverkusen and Dortmund. And prior to that, 2-0 win Dortmund. 4 games back. This is back in 2022. Dortmund won 1-0. So we're talking about 4 head-to-head matches with a very low score between these two teams, under 2.5 all 4 times. Tomorrow's over-under is going to be high. It's going to be 3.5. I can't see it right now at the stats that I'm looking at. But I think it's Friday. It's Bundesliga. Nico Basis, what's up? Shout out to Nico Basis. Anybody dropping a comment, I'm giving you a shout out. So thanks again for your support. You know what, guys? It's the first game back from Bundesliga. It is Freaky Friday. MS Yets, what's up? We did cash Ronaldo. We did cash the Al Nassr game. We had the over goals there. That was another free play winner, guys. Some of you took Ronaldo live because pregame he was minus 190 to score any time, but that's almost free money, guys. You could bet the house on Ronaldo most of the time. He takes the penalty kicks for Al Nassr. He's still tearing it up at his age. What a specimen. Ronaldo, still a beast. I don't think he'll ever stop playing soccer, man. That guy's going to be playing until he's 50, guys. Revolutionizing the game. Anyways, back to Dortmund, Leverkusen. I'm not going to get scared away by Freaky Friday or the last 4 games going under 2 goals, guys. Give me goals tomorrow, guys. Dortmund, Bayer Leverkusen, they're coming back from a big break. Fireworks are going to be going. I don't care who wins. Give me the goals, over 3 goals. Dortmund, Bayer Leverkusen tomorrow. That's the only game on Friday in the Bundesliga. Our favorite league is back. Serie A, Italy. We have Lazio at home taking on Como. Lazio, 4th place team, 33 goals scored, 27 conceded after 19 games. Como, 16th place, 20 goals scored, 30 conceded. Previous games, Lazio coming off a bad beat to AS Roma. Lazio didn't even show up. AS Roma 2-0. Felt like Lazio was asleep in that game, guys. Kind of bummed out. I think we had the over in that game. It was either free play or VIP play. I don't remember, but it wasn't good. Prior to that, Lazio 1-1 draw versus Atalanta. Como 2-0 victory over Lecce versus Inter. They lost 2-0. Como did take down AS Roma, though. So Roma, even though they're back at the bottom, they could do some damage. Lazio's not playing too great right now. Lazio looks like a gift at -133 money line. It's probably going to go that way. I think Lazio needs a big win here, but I think Como could get one in. So give me the over 2.5. Lazio, Como. But give me Lazio as a money line favorite lean in that one as well. Oh my goodness. Am I looking at this correctly? Liga MX is back. Totally forgot about this, guys. Liga MX is back. It is the first weekend. Club America coming off a 3-peat, guys. My number 1 favorite team, Club America. I've been a fan since I was a kid. They're coming back to go for the 4-peat, guys. 4 in a row. 4 in a row. It's never been done in Liga MX. Liga MX is one of my favorite soccer leagues. Tijuana in the house. Got the MX Tijuana hat combo. I got the old, this is a MLS versus Mexico All-Star jersey. This is one of the games I went to at the stadium there in LA. I think it was the LAFC stadium when I went to go watch the MLS All-Stars versus the Mexican All-Stars. It was a live event. It was fun. We had a lot of fun there. But Mexico League is back. These guys don't take a break, guys. The championship just ended like a month ago, a little bit less than a month ago. They're back at it. And I love that league because they don't take a break. They do 2 seasons in 1 year. So it's like they're playing all year long. Aaron Hernandez saying Barcelona is a -105 draw, no bet, guys. I don't know. It might be because they're tired from the Super Cup. They might be resting players. We'll look at that one when we get there. You're welcome, Nico. You're welcome for the plays. Appreciate your support. Like I said, guys, I give you a rundown, my favorite leans and picks for all the games Friday through Sunday. And then my VIP guys get the actual picks that we're dropping the big money on. So that's why it's important to get into the VIP action. We got a VIP exclusive chat, unlike no other, open 24/7. We got snipers in there that are VIP clients. They're dropping plays. We got some guys that are good at what they do, and they share the plays with the rest of us. So get in there. It's open 24/7. There's no other VIP chat in the business like mine. Most guys that are cappers that give you plays just take your money and send you a pick, send you 20 picks, and they don't talk to you. They don't listen to you. They don't chat back and forth with you guys. VIP experience is unlike any other. Best in the business, best value in town. Don't fall for the scams out there, guys. There's guys that are charging $500 a month for crap, juicy picks, and they cover it up by saying that's a big discount. So anybody could do that. This is kind of a marketing scam that's been going on for years. One of the main guys that used to do this, Vegas Dave, used to say, hey, My weekend picks are normally $5,000, but you get them right now for $199. Big discount, and people would fall for it left and right. Don't let that happen to you guys. If it's a huge discount and it still seems like a high amount, guys, you got to remember that it's usually a scam. So somebody just asked me, Gordo973, how much for the rest of January? You know what, guys? Those of you that are watching the episode tonight, if you hit me up, I'll give you guys a special deal for the rest of January. My months are normally $150 for the month. But those of you that have been watching my episode that are watching with me right now, hit me up after the show. Say, hey, man, I love the live. What's the special right now? Let me get in. I'm going to give you guys a special treat since I appreciate your support. Give you guys the best deal in the house, and I'll get you guys in to experience the VIP, guys. So get on board and let's rock and roll. But anyways, back to Liga MX. First weekend, we take it easy. We don't go too crazy because there's new players, new teams, sometimes new coaches. First game, Liga MX, Querétaro at home versus Club America. And will you believe it? Club America is a three-peat defending champions, and they're plus 301 versus Querétaro. Guys, current standings, there is no current standings because this is game one of the Liga MX. I don't understand this line. Club America is a plus 300. We're talking about the triple champions, the back-to-back-to-back champions. Why are they plus 300? I don't know. But let me just tell you a little bit about the standings last year. At the end of last year, let me get back to the right place. Okay. Here we go. America was in 8th place. They were a play-in team. They're like a play-in team means they were a wild card team that made it all the way to the top and won that three-peat. Querétaro was 17th place. That's why this doesn't make sense. Querétaro was 17th place. 18th place is the very last place. Querétaro is right there. Why is Querétaro favored? I have no idea, guys. But just for the fact that Querétaro's favored versus the triple back-to-back champions, Club America, that makes me sense some goals here. Sensing some goals. Probable lineups. I'm trying to look here. Querétaro doesn't even have any players that are standing out to me in the these are not the official lineups. These are just probable lineups. Club America is missing some key guys, though. This might be why. Only current players that were part of the championship team that I see here are there's only 3 players, guys. Rodriguez, Valdez, and Araujo. Cota, the goalkeeper. Henry Martin is doubtful. He's one of their key starters. So this is maybe why they are not favored. Querétaro I don't see any star players popping up there. So we're gonna go with the boat to score. Hector Covarrubias is making a good point there, and I do see a lot of young players. Looks like the veteran players are still on vacation. They're still partying. So give me both to score in Querétaro versus Club America. The young players they've been developing, are going to be hungry to try to make the top team. Querétaro is a crappy team. Have young guys, too, that are wanting to make a change. So give me both to score, Querétaro versus Club America. We're going to take it easy with this Liga MX games in week 1. Takes us to Mazatlan at home versus Juarez. Mazatlan at home versus Juarez. These teams are usually battle it out, guys. Let me look at some of their previous matchups. I like playing against Juarez, the border town in Mexico there. In Texas area, border of Texas, Juarez. The last time these two teams faced off against each other, Juarez won 1-0. Prior to that, Juarez won 2-0. Mazatlan has not won since. Actually, they haven't won in the last 4 or 5 times versus Juarez. So they're looking for a big win. Mazatlan, let's look at the probable lineups. Benedetti still in Mazatlan. Pizarro, veteran there. He used to be really good, not that good anymore. Juarez, Rodriguez, Villalpando, Valles. These guys got guys that can score, guys. I'm going to go with another boat to score here. Boat to score, Mazatlan versus Juarez. And that takes us to Club Tijuana at the night game, taking on Toluca. Tijuana and Toluca, last time they faced off against each other, 4-0 win to Toluca. The last time they played in Tijuana was 2023. Toluca did get a goal, but Club Tijuana won 2-1. Now, Tijuana Field is a little bit difficult to play on. It's a synthetic field. It's a little bit different than your typical grass field. So a lot of teams have trouble there. But Toluca usually scores goals and gives up goals. Toluca, one cool thing about them is they have a goalie, Volpe is his name. Thiago Volpe from Brazil, 34 years old. This guy takes their penalty kicks, sometimes takes their free kicks. So he'll bump out. The unfortunate thing is you can't take him on anytime goal scorer because he's a goalie, but he does take their penalty kicks. So if you do have any book that lets you pick the goalie to take the penalty to score a goal, and it gives you crazy odds, take Thiago Volpe, sprinkle it, because if there is any penalty, he usually takes it. Toluca, probable lineup, Paulino, Angulo, Dominguez, Vega. Vega's still playing very well right now. Paulino can score. Club Tijuana does have some strikers as well. Zuniga, Gonzalez, Rivera. They're doing well with their lineup. So I see some goals here, guys. This is the game that I think out of all the games that are for Friday that I like as an over 2.5 game. So give me over 2.5 in Tijuana versus Toluca. Guys, that was a lot of action tomorrow, man. A lot of action on the first day of the weekend. That's going to do it for Friday soccer action. Let's move on to Saturday. Saturday. Oh my goodness, tons of games, but we're only going to touch on a few of them. FA Cup, guys. There's no England Premier League this weekend. It's all FA Cup. Liverpool is minus 1667 versus Accrington. Liverpool, Accrington, guys, minus almost 2,000. You might be able to get this, but you might not. The line might be 2 goals. But in the Liverpool game for FA Cup on Saturday, it's a 4 a.m. game. Give me over 1.5 goals first half. A lot of times these teams like to start off strong and then take it easy at the end. So give me over goals in first half of Liverpool versus Accrington. Just scrolling down. Guys, we're going to do that with Chelsea too. Chelsea playing Morecambe. We're talking about top Division 1 England Premier League teams playing against lower level English teams. Whenever you see that, go for the over first half. Chelsea over 1.5 goals in that game. Brentford is a big favorite. Not really going to touch that game. Man, there's a ton of games there, guys. Not going to go into all those. I don't really follow too much of the England lower division teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Dude, there's 20 games tomorrow in the FA Cup. One of the games that I do like, 4 goals, is Bristol City versus Wolverhampton Wolves. Wolverhampton Wolves is in D1. But they are plus 143 favorite. They're conceding the most goals in Division 1 England Premier League. Bristol City, lower division English team, plus 186. I think they could get one. Wolves, Bristol City, over goals in the FA Cup for England. Talked about Liverpool. Talked about Chelsea. Bournemouth, money line, should take down West Bromwich. Leicester not doing too well in the England Premier League, but they're playing against QPR. Give me Leicester money line, minus 164. Give me Brentford money line, minus 556. Parlay piece for that one. Nottingham Forest minus 250 parlay piece to take down Luton. Norwich, Brighton. Give me Brighton minus 189. Manchester City, guys. Manchester City, they're going to play with the B or C squad. Minus 2,500. Give me over first half goals, Manchester City and Salford City. That's going to do it for the FA Cup for Saturday. Moving on to League One, France, the Farmers League. We have Brest. Jesus Ferreira went to Seattle Sounders. Decent player, guys. Sounders are looking for some power. They usually play as a very defensive team, but they're a good team. They made it to the finals versus the LA Galaxy just recently. We were on Galaxy, LA Galaxy to win the title. Liga 1, France, Brest at home taking on Lyon. Current standings, Brest is in 12th place, 24 goals scored, 29 conceded. Lyon, 5th place, 28 goals scored, 20 conceded. Previous matchups, Brest lost 2-0 to Angers. Prior to that, Brest did beat Nantes 4-1. Lyon, Lyon, 1-0 win over Montpellier. Prior to that, they lost 3-1 to PSG. I think we could see a both to score here. I'm liking both to score in the French league this weekend. Both to score, Brest, Lyon. Reims at home versus OGC Nice. OGC Nice. OGC Nice, 6th place, 31 goals scored, 21 conceded. Reims, 21 goals scored, 21 conceded. Previous matchups, Reims 3-1 loss to Saint Etienne. Reims 0-0 Monaco. Prior to that, they had 2 0-0 games. OG Nice 3-2 win over Rennes. Prior to that, 2-2. OGC Nice is scoring goals and conceding goals. They are away. So give me a both to score there as well. Both to score. I'm going both to score in the French league. Final game for French league Saturday. Rennes versus Marseille. Olympique de Marseille. Current standings. Olympique de Marseille, 2nd place, 33 points, right behind PSG. Rennes, 13th place, 22 goals scored, 23 conceded. Previous matchup, Rennes went down to Nice 3-2. Prior to that, Rennes beat Angers 2-0. Marseille 5-1 over Le Havre. Marseille killing teams in the Coupe de France 4-0. Marseille 1-1 versus Lille. You know what, guys? I like goals in this one. Give me goals in the Marseille game. Over goals in the game with Olympique de Marseille and Rennes. Takes us to Saturday's Bundesliga action. Guys. We're looking for some heavy favorites here. We do have a couple. Don't think I trust Freiburg at minus 256. They are at home versus Holstein Kiel, though. Bayern Munich minus 238. That one looks like a good one there. Let's see if we can have a parlay there. We'll talk about parlays in a little bit. I'm just thinking ahead of the game. Bundesliga for Saturday, Hoffenheim versus Wolfsburg, plus 142, plus 178. Guys, we're going both to score, guys. Both to score, Hoffenheim, Wolfsburg. FC Heidenheim versus Union Berlin. FC Heidenheim, Union Berlin. Berlin is plus 129. Heidenheim plus 219. Heidenheim in the relegation zone, 18 goals scored, 33 conceded. Union Berlin is in 12th place. Previous head-to-head, 2-2 draw between Union Berlin and Heidenheim. The last game for Union Berlin, they had 1-2 lost to Holstein Kiel as a friendly, though that doesn't count. Werder Bremen did take down Union Berlin 4-1. Usually Union Berlin's a good defensive team. Heidenheim lost to Bochum 2-0. They haven't had any wins for a while now. I think Union Berlin could get a victory here, but it could be tied. Could see a boat to score. Give me Union Berlin. Draw no bet. Draw no bet. And a possible under there, guys, just because it is Union Berlin, and we know they tend to play to the under. They are playing away. Next game, Freiburg at home versus Holstein Kiel. Freiburg is in 9th place. Holstein Kiel all the way down to 17th place. Freiburg coming off a 5-1 loss to Leverkusen. Prior to that, they did win over Wolfsburg 3-2. Holstein Kiel did beat Augsburg 5-1, guys. We're seeing goals in Holstein Kiel's matchups, guys. Give me goals and goals. Freiburg, Holstein Kiel over goals. Takes us to Mainz and Bochum. Mainz minus 189. Mainz in 5th place. Bochum bottom of the barrel. Mainz 3-1 victory over Eintracht Frankfurt last time they played. Bochum in their last game did beat Heidenheim. That's not saying much, though. Bochum is having trouble getting goals, getting wins. Mainz. Probable lineup: Sieb, Nebel, Jasson. And looking to just double checking to see if there's any injuries here. Give me Mainz minus 182, minus 189 money line. We may use that as a parlay piece. St. Pauli, Eintracht Frankfurt. St. Pauli, Eintracht Frankfurt. Anytime you hear Eintracht Frankfurt, you got to go with Marmouche to score anytime. Marmouche. They got Ekdike up top, French and the Belgium guys. A lot of power action there. They have Götze from Germany. The old, he was one of the old World Cup heroes a few years back. He's kind of just been hanging out in the leagues now. Götze is always good for some action. Eintracht Frankfurt is the better team here. Might be a goals game, but give me Eintracht Frankfurt plus 103, guys. We're getting some good value here versus the St. Pauli team. They are away, but I think Eintracht Frankfurt's going to want to continue to win. Give me Eintracht Frankfurt plus 103 money line. That takes us to Borussia Mönchengladbach, Bayern Munich. Harry Kane. Harry Kane's healthy. Sané, Mueller, Olise, Davies in the back. They're all healthy. Current standings, Bayern Munich, 36 points. I said this at the beginning of the season. This is the season, the year that Harry Kane breaks the curse and wins the title, guys. It's his time. It's his turn. Bayern Munich will lift the cup in the Bundesliga. Harry Kane will finally break the curse. It's going to happen this year. Bayern Munich, Borussia Mönchengladbach. Last time these two teams faced off against each other was a 3-1 win by Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich did lose to Gladbach 3 games ago, 3-2. Gladbach was a plus 600 that day, guys. Give me goals. Give me Bayern Munich money line. Give me a possible over 1.5 first half. Bayern Munich win, over goals there. That'll do it for Bundesliga Saturday action. Serie A, Italy for Saturday. AC Milan minus 312. Cagliari. That should be a good win there for AC Milan. AC Milan should dominate that game. AC Milan coming off a big win. AC Milan, Supercopa champions, took down the powerful Inter Milan, guys, with 3 late goals. Theo Hernandez, Pulisic, and Tammy Abraham in the 93rd minute. AC Milan with the big victory there. We had the boat to score. We hit the over live in that game as well. AC Milan, one of my favorite teams of all time, especially when they had Zlatan there, when they won the title. Gotta love Zlatan. but give me AC Milan, team total, AC Milan money line. That could be a parlay piece that there we go. That's our parlay, grandma parlay for everybody. Grandma parlay for everybody this weekend. Here's a gem. Bayern Munich money line, AC Milan money line. Parlay those up, put a grandma sticker on it, and call it a day. That's your parlay for the weekend for Saturday. Grandma parlay, Bayern Munich from the Bundesliga, AC Milan money line. That's gonna be what you're gonna take. Serie A, Atalanta, Udinese, Atalanta minus 152 money line. Give me money line Atalanta. Empoli Lecce. Give me both to score. Empoli Lecce both to score. Torino Juventus. Juventus is away. Torino's at home. Low line for Juventus minus 120. They should be favored a little bit higher here. Give me over goals in Torino Juventus. Saturday, Liga MX, Atletico San Luis versus Tigres. Give me both to score, guys. We're taking it easy with Liga MX unless I see something pop up. Both to score, San Luis, Tigres. Both to score. Chivas, Santos Laguna, guys. Give me Chivas. That's a money line piece. Minus 270. Chivas are mad that Club America, their rivals, enemies, got another title. They keep going up and up and up. Chivas keeps getting further back from the championship wins. Chivas, give me Chivas to win that game. Cruz Azul taking on Atlas. Cruz Azul coming off a very good season in the last season that they didn't end up winning the title, but they had a lot of promising players. Were the number one team in league, first place in league, but couldn't do it in the playoffs to get the title. Cruz Azul, Chivas. That's another grandma parlay for the weekend, Saturday. Chivas money line, Cruz Azul money line. It's going to give you some good odds. Give me Chivas, Guadalajara Chivas, and Cruz Azul money line grandma parlay for Liga MX Saturday. Takes us to La Liga, Spain for Saturday. Let's see if there's anything that I like here. Give me Alaves, Girona, both to score. Alaves, Girona, both to score there. Give me Espanyol, Leganes, both to score as well. Give me Real Betis money line versus Real Valladolid. Sevilla, Valencia, guys, the late game. Give me goals. Sevilla, Valencia, we're going goals. Goals, goals. That's going to do it for Saturday soccer action. I gave you some parlays in there, guys. Lots of love. Sunday soccer action. We got more FA Cup, guys. We got Tottenham minus 625, Newcastle minus 833. Crystal Palace, who's not doing too well, is a minus 345. You got to be careful there. You know what, though? Ipswich is a minus 455, but they're battling. They're playing well. I see them scoring a lot of goals versus these Bristol Rovers. Look for Ipswich. Ipswich, who is playing well to dominate this lower division team, especially since they're in the relegation zone. I mean, you could parlay Tottenham minus 625, Newcastle minus 833, and Ipswich minus 455. Guys, parlay them all. Still going to be a little juicy, but I like it. Give me goals in Ipswich versus Bristol Rovers. Then we go and we have an interesting game. Arsenal versus Manchester United in the FA Cup game. Last time these two faced off against each other was not too long ago, December 4th. Arsenal won 2-0. They're minus 238 favorites. Manchester United coming off a tie versus Liverpool. We might have some backups playing here, so give me both to score. Arsenal, Manchester United. Give me Arsenal with the edge for the victory here for Sunday soccer action in the FA Cup. France. Oh, you could throw in PSG to that parlay. We're talking about a juicy parlay. PSG money line, Ipswich money line, Newcastle money line, and Tottenham. That's a super grandma parlay right there, guys. Those are heavy lines, heavy juice lines. And if it's not under 160 or 170, minus 160, minus 170, we'll throw in another team for fun. But these are teams that should win on Sunday. Going to that game again, PSG versus Saint Etienne. Give me goals in that game. Over goals in PSG, Saint Etienne. Possible over first half, 1.5 goals in the first half there. Montpellier and Angers, give me both to score on Sunday's French League action. Toulouse, Strasbourg, give me Toulouse money line. Le Havre versus Lens. Let's just look at these guys to see where their action's at. Previous games, Le Havre lost 5-1 to Marseille. Toulouse 1-0 win. Toulouse not scoring a lot of goals, not conceding. Let me pull this up to see what the action is looking like for that game. Le Havre versus Lens. Lens, 19 goals scored, 15 conceded. Le Havre, 12 goals scored, 34 conceded. Could be a defensive battle there. You know what? Give me both to score. We're going with the both to score trend in the French League. Bundesliga Sunday, RB Leipzig versus Werder Bremen. Give me over goals, over 2.5, guys. We're going to see some fireworks. Bundesliga's back. They need to score some goals. They need to get their fans excited. Give me over in Augsburg versus Stuttgart as well for Sunday Bundesliga action. We got Napoli, 400, minus 400. Wow, this doesn't make sense. AS Roma plus 158. They just had a big win versus Bologna plus 178. These lines are just screaming both to score. Give me both to score Bologna, AS Roma. Give me Inter Milan to destroy Venezia. And give me Napoli to take down Hellas Verona. I like goals at Napoli versus Hellas Verona. And I also do like over goals in Genoa versus Parma for Serie A. Sunday, we got a treat. Super Copa, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Guys. If you guys remember correctly, the last time these two faced off, I gave you a plus 275 dog winner. I said bet it big, and it was a blowout victory. Barcelona destroyed Real Madrid in El Clasico. That was one of my highlights of this season so far. And that was their last head-to-head matchup, I believe. Let's take a look at it. It sure was. Barcelona was a plus 230 to 275, depending on the book. They played at Real Madrid. I told everybody that Barcelona is the new dad, the new chef, the new sheriff in town, the daddy. Barcelona destroyed Real Madrid 4-0, guys. Real Madrid is coming for blood. Real Madrid does not want to lose again to Barcelona. But let me tell you something, guys. I still think that Barcelona is the better squad. Yamal coming off a injury is playing better. Barcelona didn't look that great, but neither did Real Madrid in their last Super Cup game. They did score 3 goals late. Guys, I gotta go just off the top of my head right now. We're gonna see both to score here. We're gonna see goals. It's not gonna be, hopefully it's not gonna be a boring cup game, because they tend to be boring. They tend to be different than league games. But I think Real Madrid's coming for blood. They're coming for their egos. They want it back. Give me both to score. Give me over goals, and wait for it. Give me Barcelona to lift the cup Barcelona is going to lift the cup again just because this is their year, guys. And I don't think Mbappe is, the right choice for Real Madrid. I'm going with Barcelona again. Atletico Madrid is a -3, 312. They should win. They should score goals in the final game for Sunday in the Spanish league. Looking for another 300 team. You know what? For Sunday, I'm going to have you just parlay both Bundesliga games over 2.5. Over 2.5 in the Bundesliga, both games for Sunday. That's going to be your parlay, free parlay for the Sunday. Parlay the two Bundesliga games, RB Leipzig versus Werder Bremen and Augsburg versus Stuttgart over 2.5. Get them both in. That's going to be your special treat parlay. Woo! Dude, that was a lot of games, a lot of action, guys. Haven't gotten into the NFL. We will go look at that right now. Appreciate for everybody that's hung in there and still there right now. Thanks for your support. All right. NFL. Last year, guys, like I said, I went 11-1 on NFL playoff teasers. Teasers are my number one go-to. That's my favorite thing to do with NFL, especially in the playoffs. Primetime NFL teasers are hitting 75% plus on the season. First game, playoff game, guys. Los Angeles Chargers, Houston Texans. Chargers are favored -3. The game is in Houston. The over-under is 42.5. Chargers 34-20 versus the Raiders in the beginning of that game. This was kind of a must-win game for them because if they would have lost, they would have faced a different team. I think they would have faced the Ravens if they would have lost. So they definitely didn't want to lose. So they were trying, but they did give up 20 points to the Raiders. That's not good. Prior to that, they dominated the Patriots. That's not saying much. Patriots suck. Prior to that, they did beat the Broncos 34-27. A lot of points there as well. Houston Texans coming off a 23-14 win over the Titans. Prior to that, they got destroyed by two good teams, the Ravens and the Chiefs. 2-20. They played very good defense versus the Dolphins and the Jaguars, but the Dolphins and the Jaguars are not the Chargers. All right, guys, this is a playoff game. I think the Chargers are going to win, but I don't think that the Chargers are going to dominate this game because it is going to be a playoff game. I am going to look at a possible teaser here. This might be my teaser, it might not be, but off the top of my head right now, I like the Texans +10. Give me over 35. Texans +10 over 35. That's going to be my teaser. Straight up, I think the Chargers are going to win, even though I hate the Chargers. They got a good coach. They got better players right now. Texans making some mistakes. I think the Chargers got the momentum. I don't know why they signed Zeke. I don't know if he's going to play or not, but he's on their practice squad. He's a bum. He sucks. Zeke Elliott. I don't know why they got him in there, just to throw people off, I guess. He was cut for a reason. Give me Chargers money line and give me that teaser. Texans +10 over 35.5. Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Ravens. Ravens are -10 favorites. Guys, you're telling me I could get the Pittsburgh Steelers at +17. I mean, the Baltimore Ravens are a better team, but these guys, are rivals. There's going to be a good game plan in there. Just off the top of my head, give me Pittsburgh Steelers +17. Give me the over in the teaser as well. I do think both teams can put up some points. The Ravens can give up some points as well. Both tend to have good defenses. The over-under is at 43. Two over-unders that are low here. 2 games means you could do a grandma teaser, sweetheart teaser. That's 13 points either way. So I'll have that up as a free play on the free Telegram. I'll have a sweetheart teaser for this matchup for Saturday. But that's it, guys. That's going to do it for Saturday. Some prop plays. I will have prop plays in the VIP. Not going to go over those right now, but I will have some solid player props in the VIP for the playoff weekend. That brings us to Denver Broncos, Buffalo Bills. This is an easy one, guys. Give me the teaser, Buffalo Bills, -1.5. Give me over 40 points, Buffalo Bills, Broncos at home. Green Bay Packers, Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon Barkley, right? Saquon Barkley. We got Josh Jacobs on the Green Bay Packers. Lots of running action there. A possible under teaser that I'm leaning here, under 52.5. May have to just tease the Eagles, even though I'm teasing towards a 0. Give me the teaser, Eagles +2, under 52.5, guys. These are just off the top of my head right now. Producer play, touchdown parlay, J.K. Dobbins, Joe Mixon anytime. I like it. That's a +296, guys. Write that down. Producer is solid with the player props, week in, week out. Green Bay Packers, Philadelphia Eagles. Give me the teaser, Eagles +2, under 52.5. Washington Redskins taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, guys. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Commanders. Give me the Commanders, the Redskins, +10. And off the top of my head, give me under 57 right now, guys. Under 57. I think that game right there is a toss-up, man. It's a -3 for a reason. The over-under is high. I think either team can win. Whichever team doesn't make as many mistakes will win that game. There's a couple other games that seem like they're just going to be straight up, which is like the Buffalo Bills should not lose. I think the Eagles are slightly better than Green Bay Packers. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Redskins is more of a toss-up game. I think either team can win. So that'll do it, guys. That'll do it for the NFL action. We went through that really quick, but we did have a lot of soccer action. Whew, man. Thanks again for your support, guys. Buffalo to complete a pass. Yeah, you got to love when they do that, right? It's just free money to get you betting $50 for free on one of the sports books, guys. Those are bonus bets that you just get free money because they know you're going to lose it later, most likely lose it later on a different bet. So take advantage of those and bet some of the soccer action that we've talked about today, guys. Once again, guys, I thank you for all your support, for following the show. Hope you get some wins. Parlay a bunch of the plays that I want to see somebody in here hit a 11-teamer and sign up for the rest of the year, guys. That's how I want you to pay me back. Hit a 10-teamer, low wager parlay for a lot of money. Put together your 10 favorite plays of the 10 that I sent. I gave you a bunch of plays today, guys. Put a parlay together. I mean, parlay is not the way to make the big money in gambling. You got to go single bets. I don't do that many parlays. We do fun parlays, though, low wagers. So I hope somebody in here with my leans, with my picks on this live episode one day hits a 8-teamer, 12-teamer, makes it big so you can sign up for the rest of the year, guys. So appreciate your support. TJ Raff signing off. You guys have a good weekend, and let's get that cash. Boom, shakalaka. Let's go.
You are now tuned into On the Pitch with the GOAT, TJ Raff.